Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more Pokemon Black 2 and White 2. Last time, we made it all the way to Victory Road, which means that we didn't make it all the way, but you know what I mean. We also got the HM for Waterfall, and now we're going to explore Unova with our new move. Let's go. That's right. That's right. I need to buy full I have 2 of them. Since when do I have 2 of these things? I don't even remember, but I'm buying like 21 of them because I'll use them. It's time we made a new HM user. Pet Kerfur5. I named you that and it was hard for me to say it. Can learn Cut. And can learn Waterfall. First stop on our agenda is Lostlorn Forest. Here we go. Show us what you're made of. Just imagining a monkey trying to swim up a waterfall by just spinning its arms around really fast. Get a rare candy! Can't call that so bad. There's dark grass up here. That has some different encounters to what we've seen before, slightly. And the dowsing machine lets us finally get this. I didn't forget you for a second. It was a grass gem the entire time. At least it was an overpowered item. Oh, I guess it's probably a mushroom that respawned. Oh well, I don't care. Hey there, young trainer. If you're unsure about something, I'll happily act as your opponent. I've wanted to battle you for a long time. Your battle has been hyped up all of, you know, like more than half of our adventures. You have 5 Pokemon. Whoa, 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 whoa. Larvesta versus Lasagna. I have not healed. Crap. Am I afraid of a Larvesta? Probably not. You're a baby Pokemon. Wild Charge. Why do you know Wild Charge? Why do you know Wild Charge? Actually, why do you know Wild Charge? You know, if that's the worst that you can do to me, then I'm gonna heal up on this turn while I still can. Yeah. Chomp down on that apple core. There's always more that can be mined from it nutritionally. Maybe it grows endlessly or something like that. It's kind of gross, actually, now that I think about it. Use the Hyper Potion. I don't know if they've ever have they ever specified what the... I don't know if they've ever specified what the leftovers actually are and how that makes logistical sense why it never ends. It has to be regenerating in some way, doesn't it? It's just what I think. Okay, so you basically cannot harm me. So we'll do a second Shell Smash. Get that going. Up 2, up 4. Another Wild Charge. Good, no critical hit. I was actually getting scared there for a second. And now, I say we just swing away. Rock Slide! Times 4 damage coming out of +4 attack when my stats are as high as they are to begin with. That thing's dead. I don't care if you say Pokemon don't die, they faint. That thing's dead. Who's next? What other baby Pokemon? Heracross! I call heresy. Go for the Rock Slide. Yes, I don't miss. I don't care if you're a beefy bug. I'm a +4, man. I'm too good for that. Getting my health back, making it so that I can survive inevitably whenever I do miss an attack. Scolipede. Sounds like another good chance to do a Rock Slide. Yes. Aw. I feel so bad for it, just crying out in agony that slowly. Leavanny. Dude, you got a pretty glaring weakness on your team. I don't think Bug resists itself. I could probably go for X-Scissor and just be more safe with accuracy. You're made of paper anyway. Yeah. God, I tell everyone that they're made of paper lately, I've noticed. I think that the process of writing a lengthy video essay about why Sticker Star is a horrible game is really affecting my everyday speech in some ways. It infects me, man. It never goes away. Pinsir! All right. Our test is the ultimate beefy bug. Let's see if you can stand up to this. Apparently you can... Huh? Huh. All right. I'm pretty sure I can take a hit from you now if it comes to that, but I don't think it will. Even if you are beefier than the beefiest of bugs with that bulk up. Not enough. That's what I'm talking about. Once he gets going, he's a beast. Excellent. It is a defeat I can't disagree with. Thank you for recognizing Lasagna's skill. I'm ashamed to admit it, but I'm actually lost right now. Now, which way did I come from? You ended up on top of a waterfall. You got so lost. That's impressive. Okay, well, we got a couple of more places to hit. I can't fly away. Sun and moon cannot come soon enough. This gets us one new encounter. Whirlipede. Seriously. It's quite something that it took this long for one to appear, but this really is the first opportunity to catch a wild Whirlipede. Dude, go home. You're so late to the party, no one cares. You're like level 20. There's no way this could be useful at all. I would wager that this was an oversight, that Swadloon was available from the first visit to Lostlorn Forest, but Whirlipede's only in this dark grass. Next up is Route 11. Here we go. If I can align myself with this water, then we'll be good. Can I? Yeah, I can do this. I can do that. I can. It's harder than it looks. I'll surf on this water. There we go. And then I can slide up here, and then I can get to this waterfall. I was wondering if this waterfall was impossible to reach for half a second. Going up. Why did I curse you with such a horrible name? What have I forsaken you with? We'll go up this waterfall, and we can get a zinc. They're just on fire with the vitamins lately. That special defense buff, I think, would be best on Aiden. I have to say, I had this whole Grandmaster... It's always a Moongus. It's always a Moongus. If it's a forced encounter, it's a Moongus. If it's a random thing in the grass, it's a Moongus. I was saying that despite my best laid plans of having this HM user that I caught earlier in the adventure and have it become useful here, even if the combination of Waterfall and Cut is pretty helpful, the sad truth is I'm gonna have to teach Aiden Waterfall at least temporarily, because I just don't have a way of not doing that, but having to bring 2 HM users in with us to Victory Road, and we know that there's going to be waterfalls in there because N told us. It's just the way that things are gonna have to be for a while, unfortunately. This 1 HM user that I'm bringing along is not helping. I told you, it's always a Moongus. I hate to stifle his power, but I guess we'll just consider it a necessary nerf. Calm down, Emil. It's really not that bad. It's just a couple of Amoongus. It's fine. You can deal with it. Just breathe a little bit. My Pokemon and I spend so much time together, we don't need words to understand one another. Aww. All right, I got a high horse right now. People always say that cats don't come when you call, and they don't do tricks, and they don't listen to you. I think people just don't have enough patience with cats, or they don't listen to cats. Because man, every cat I've ever taken care of, they came when I called. They knew things that I was saying to them. They very clearly understood me a lot of the time. I think a lot of intention can get through with tone, even if they don't literally understand every word that you're saying. And yeah, cats will tell you what they want if you just let them, because I'll stick out my hand and do like the scratching motion, and any cat, they put their head on my hand where they want to be scratched at the angle they want to be scratched at, and they'll press into it harder if they want me to scratch harder. They, you know, they always like push their butt up into it, like when you're petting their backs and stuff like that. It's, yeah, no, animals really do talk if you just listen. Like, I've always maintained that, and I've never understood why people say that their animals just don't listen to them, because yeah, I think it's just that you don't really know how to speak their language if you're new to it or something like that. Simi Seer, get out of here like the least popular piece of crap that you are. Thank you. It's not even hyperbole, your head does look like a piece of crap. I'm just speaking the truth, man. We get a berry to remember you by, and a spare berry to remember a Simi Seer by. Thank you. Razor Fang. That'll evolve Gligar into Gliscor. I want to fly from under the bridge and be cool. Oh, I don't have... Fine, I'll just go be lame in the Pokemon Center. Whoever thought it was a good idea for Pokemon breeders to fight you should be forced to eat a jar of toenail clippings, have the horn honked on them while they're under the hood of their car, be forced to walk across 100 yards of Legos barefoot, get told knock-knock jokes while they're trying to sleep, and contract the stomach flu. Looks like I lost you in the love and care department, ouch. Some of you were telling me that this place is not as short as Route 1 in Kalos. Okay, maybe that's true, but it really gives it a run for some. We're already done. See? It is a short route. I was just exploring it a lot more thoroughly than I should. Kerfurfer, or Kerfur 5. Kerfur 5. Yeah, I don't know. We're just gonna teach Waterfall to Aiden. This is way too cumbersome. And it's only going to continue to be cumbersome with time. Signal Beam is easily your worst move, so we'll get rid of that. Over we go to Route 20. Down this way where we fought this Pokemon Rangers. Aiden, show him your biceps. There's this ledge that you couldn't jump, you couldn't go up around the beginning. And all the way down here, you're a Pokemon Ranger, aren't you? Yep, you is. Surprised? That's when I'll make my move. I announced your presence before you popped out, lady. You just want to feel good about yourself. I get that now. Okay. Fungus. It's always this. Jeez. It's only level 32, and yet you need Waterfall to get here. Speaking of oversights related to Waterfalls and Pokemon levels, we'll just have some nice frozen mushrooms as our side dish. Oh, come on. I love how they defy gravity when they're asleep and low on health. He's just jumping up around. Okay, fine. Leavanny will crush you beneath our mighty girth. Looking at Pignati just makes me think of Endeavor from My Hero Academia, how he's got those flames shooting out of his shoulders and he's so big and muscular and, you know, just kind of like putting his hands together as he flexes. It just reminds me of that, man. I've been showing that animated Tim because he's never seen it at all, and man, we watched season 4 recently, and man, that one moment, I knew I was going to cry, but I loudly sobbed way harder than I cried the first time I watched it. Oh gosh, yeah, it speaks to me so much, and yeah, that moment is just so wonderfully done. You know the one I'm talking about. I don't know, maybe I could see people crying it multiple times in season 4. I'm talking about the one in the first of the 2 story arcs. I feel like everyone cries at different moments at some point in that show. That was the one for me, though. I didn't really before that point. Dowsing Machine. Welcome to a rather mysterious yet familiar place. This mysterious cave is known as the Cave of Being. They say the deepest part of the cave leads to the Sinnoh region. There was a pretty widespread rumor back in the day that the Cave of Being really did have a secret passageway that allowed you to go to Sinnoh and explore it as a second region in this game. I believe this to be one of the last playground rumors that Pokemon ever had before a game comes out, boom, everything about it is hacked within 1 minute. It was a simpler time, and I feel like this was sort of the finale to that. And I can see why kids would believe it. It's not a totally unfounded rumor. Heck, the game tells you that it does. This is a greatly clever route by design. It looks like you can go other places the first time you go through here, and it really stands out. And if it's not autumn, it looks like there's even more ways you can go. It's a route that rewards you for exploring it again and again and again. There's so much to it. Our last place is Route 14, south of Undella Town. It's foggy out this morning. I gotta be the only person who appreciates an overcast day or a foggy day. Something about clouds has always just really captivated me in a way that I don't think it does other people, because man, growing up, they're always like, oh no, it's raining, it's a horrible day, and I'm like, bro, it's water, you're made of like 90% of it, you can live, it's nice looking, it makes the colors on the ground pop, and the gray sky has its own beauty. It bugs me so much that people always said that all the time throughout my entire life. All right, so I wanna go, oh. There's you. Who? Ha! Don't remind me of mid-2010 Smash Brothers, please. I have not healed, have I? Jay, oh god. Oh god, you remind, that was a memory unlocked. Oh god, okay, it's full restore time. What the heck am I doing? So, this is a tangent, has nothing to do with the game, whatever. I tell stories like this from time to time, just not always. My worst experience ever at an airport was with this stupid airport employee named Jay. So, I get to the airport at like 7 a.m. and we sit in the plane on the tarmac for like an hour because they say that they need to get mechanics out there to make sure the plane is safe to fly. Spoilers, it wasn't safe to fly and they didn't realize that until we were on it, so our flight got canceled. They tell us that we're gonna have to go stand in line at the kiosks to get rebooked on other flights. So I go out and I get in line for a kiosk, and just as I get in line, or no, I get in line for it, I wait about 20 minutes in this line, and when I'm the next person up, they say, hey, this kiosk is now closed. You're gonna have to go to that kiosk that's on the opposite end of this walkway. So everyone about faces, and I am now the last person in line, and no one offers to have me cut in front. So I wait for 30 more minutes to get to the front of that line. I go up to it, and this freaking guy that I get is a cashier. I walk up there, and he doesn't make any eye contact with me. He just types away on his computer. And after about 40 seconds of awkward silence, I go, hi, and he goes, hi, and doesn't make any eye contact with me still. And I go, so when's the next flight to Boston? He goes, late. And I go, how late? And he goes, late. And I'm like, geez, did I kill your family or something? Like, what have I done? And then he just goes, the earliest I can get you out of here is 7 p.m. And keep in mind, it's 8 in the morning at this time. And I go, can I get the other members of my group over here to like talk this out with him? He goes, no, you're gonna have to get in line all over again. And I'm like, okay, fine, I'll get in line all over again. He goes, okay, bye. So I go and I get in line, I go and I talk to everybody, and we decide that we're just gonna buy tickets for a different airline at this point, because if we just walked in, we'd probably get a flight way earlier than that, and, you know, just went with any airline instead of the one we wanted. I have to wait in line for 30 more minutes to talk to somebody again, and I decide that I'm not gonna get in his line, I'm gonna get in someone else's line, because I ain't talked to that guy again. And the guy behind me goes, hey man, if you want, you can go talk to that guy. He has like a much shorter line in front of him though, but he was really mean to me, so I don't want to go talk to him. And then the lady in front of me turns around and goes, oh my god, you too. So he was a dick to 3 of us, and we all didn't want to talk to him because of that. I get to the front of this line, and the cool guy that everyone wants to talk to now has to go on his break. And he's like, hey man, I'm so sorry, I gotta go on my break. They're telling me that I need to leave right now. But Jay here will take care of you. And he goes, no, I won't. And he goes, Jay, listen, man, can you just help him? No. And he goes, sir, what is it you want? And I go, I just want my flight canceled and my money refunded. It's nothing big. And he goes, see, it's nothing. Can you just take care of it? He goes, no, he will have to go over there and get in that line. And he would not address me to my face as though I didn't deserve it. It was wild. I ended up booking a flight with another airline. It was 5 hours for me to get on another plane, and because I had nothing better to do for 5 hours, I reported his ass to corporate because, man, he messed with the wrong guy who had nothing better to do with his time. Frickin' guy. Oh god, sorry, there was one more part to that story that I just have to include. When I was talking to him the first time, he asks for my name, and I go, Emil, E-M, okay. And he goes, what's your last name? And I tell him my last name, which is also an unusual name, and he goes, really? And I just think to myself, sheesh, I'm so sorry, my parents didn't name me Bob Jones, and it was such a big inconvenience for you. Welcome everybody to Abundant Shrine! So you know what Landorus is like when it means business, huh? Yeah, I do. It changes into another form and flies around the sky. Tornadus and Thunderous change forms too. Well, that's a story anyway. That's good then. You know, I've only heard about it in stories too. This little shrine is dedicated to a Pokemon called Landorus. They say when Tornadus and Thunderous were whipping up storms that damaged houses and fields all over the Unova region, Landorus made them stop. That's a story from when my grandpa was just a little kid. All right, well, little kids getting all into playing pretend and stuff. This place has got a very old-timey Japanese farm feel to it, sort of like paddy fields. It is the great Landorus that protects this land. or us. With its help, we are assured of rich soil and a prosperous harvest. I always thought to call Haxorus Haxar us, but I never thought to call Landorus Landar us. Just coming up with new puns to make out of Pokemon names all these years later. So many vitamins in this section of the game. It's like they knew that it's almost like they designed this game to be a little bit more difficult, so they did all that. You can't walk on the fields. Oh, it's one space before I thought it was gonna be. Tiny Mushroom. Okay. And then we got some twins over this way, some twinsy winsies. Let's put together our power to fight. 2 is better than 1. 2 is better. But what's better mean? Okay. Kids. Ray and Ula. Don't get it. It's probably some pun I'm selling in another language I've never heard of. There's quite a few new Pokemon around the Abundant Shrine area, so here we go. Bronzor! Pick your weakness. It's fire or ground, depending on the ability. I particularly like Levitate on a rain team, giving it no weakness at all. Besides that, it's an impressive tank and one of the best uses of Gyro Ball. We're talking 8 resistances and 2 immunities. Even better, it's not merely a tank. Bronzong's attack stat is quite large. Not winning any awards, but better than it might seem. Ground in particular on it offers some nice coverage. Light Clay with Reflector Light Screen, or both, is certainly an option too. Go for it if you're looking for a good wall. Vulpix always comes holding a Rossberry if you need that. Same goes for Ninetales, which is also in this area. It's a pretty unexciting Pokemon. A speedy tank, and you know how I feel about those. I mean, sure, it's no pushover, and it learns good fire moves, but it doesn't get a lot of coverage. Could always go for Nasty Plot to help it out, but don't train it. We got an objectively better option coming right up. This girl says that she was taught by Master Charon himself to battle Pokemon, and she has a normal type on her team. Must have been a dream come true for a girl your age to train with Master Charon. Brick. Both moves would be equally effective, but I want to break your knees. Thank you. It's kind of colored like a brick. At least it will be when I make it all bloody. This got really dark. Wow, I'm just being so awful this thing. A Zangoose. I like you, Zangoose. A Pokemon I very much enjoyed using once upon a time. No way, you're stronger than Master Charon? Yeah, I had his badge since like 50 episodes, 60 episodes ago, even longer. This is a long adventure, man. Like, I know I've said that before though, but it bears repeating just what a big adventure this is. And like I said, we're not anywhere near done. There's a lot more to it than we've seen. Oh, no. Oh, I was playing with fire right there to avoid that. It's a small weathered shrine. Nothing to it there. Hop aboard this. Hop aboard my Foxy. Oh, there's the hidden grotto. I knew it was around here somewhere. Good stuff. All right. I hope I get lucky right here. I've earned this. I found Sophie Pokemon in these hidden grottos that it might as well be on odds for this to happen. No, it's a hidden item I knew before it came up. Back outside across the water. Yowza, that's good. That's the equivalent of using the maximum amount of PP ups a Pokemon can take. Wait, dude, down in front. Why do delicious vegetables grow in the fields of Mistralton City? It's because the ones who grow them are very picky about the mulch they use. It's good mulch, strong mulch. It's stored up a lot of energy from nature, and that makes it really stinky. Such a powerful aroma, it burns all the way to the back of your nose. Just remember it makes me dizzy. You got problems, buddy. Stinky, stinky mulch grows delicious vegetables. Can you just move out of the way so I don't have to think about you again, please? Thank you. My animal rare. That was worth the amount of time that it took. It probably would even been worth it. Move! Okay, maybe I don't block him. Thank you. I've never seen somebody be this big of an inconvenience since that one girl in Pallet Town that can walk inside of your house if she's corralled right. Trick Room. There it is for all you Reuniqueless fans out there. What are you? Max They hide good stuff in these places, what can I say? Past the little youngster is a shiny stone. And there's another hidden grotto. This hidden grotto's got a few new encounters of its it's always fungus! Sorry, Amoongus. So it was actually this hidden grotto that I was thinking of before where I wanted to get lucky. There's a specific one Pokemon that can be found here only that, if you get lucky, oh, am I ever envious of you. It's Vulpix with Drought. Yep, our objectively better Vulpix is Vulpix. It's a 1% chance, but one of the best Pokemon possible. Drought is a signature ability if we don't count legendary Pokemon from other regions. It's worth carrying just to set that up alone. Lessen that water weakness, power up fire moves, power up grass Pokemon. And yes, this Pokemon learns Solar Beam, so it's an ender of water types itself. 1 out of every 100 of you checking this alongside me will get this. Or I suppose 1 out of every 99 because I didn't get it. If it's there, might as well feel special and use it. Okay, let's be reasonable. Most of you aren't ever going to find this. Maybe regular Ninetales isn't as outclassed as I made it out to be, but this is so cool. If you remember a long, long time ago when we accepted that side quest at the Weather Institute where the girl wanted to see a weather summoning ability, this is the first Pokemon possible that allows us to complete that. Might as well check it a few times, see if it can pop up. If you don't get it, then there is another option not too distant in the future that's a lot easier. There's a few other new Pokemon in the Hidden Grottos that I'm choosing not to go over because we're gonna be covering them soon. Very soon, as in next video soon. You'll understand. At the end, this place looks like it ought to have more to it, like a certain other shrine in a certain other forest in a certain faraway land. And I'll tell you, there is more to this place. But we need to do something else in another game in order to unlock it. Next time on Pokemon Black 2 and White 2, we're going to play the experience that is the Dream Radar. See you guys then.